Hey, this is Digital Dave with another cryptocurrency and blockchain update. So, you may notice the background that I'm in front of this really cool Hobbit house. It's actually a pub. It's actually a coffee house called Back in Chiang Mai, Thailand. Really, really cool, authentic coffee shop slash pub. Really cool. Did a good job on it. Really impressed with this place here. All right, enough of the background. Okay. Unless you've been in a slumber for more than a day, you realize that the crypto market is really, really awake now. And there's no denying that the bull market is in full effect now, probably about the second inning of the bull market. And really exciting things, you know, Cardano really waking up. Cardano about just under 70 cents at the time of this video. DigiByte just under a nickel. I know it went more than a nickel. I think a nickel and a half earlier. It's retraced a little bit, but DigiByte. I'll tell you something about DigiByte is I've had some members ask, or they were concerned about DigiByte. They say, you know, DigiByte, one person called it DigiDud, and I thought it was kind of funny. Because here's the thing about DigiByte. It's a really, really tricky beast. I call it the capitulation coin. When people just finally give up on DigiByte, when they finally capitulate, that's when it wakes up. And that's exactly what happened. I told my members, I said, just when you're ready to sell it and you've totally given up on it, that's when it pops. It always does that. It's the same pattern. And it popped big time. You know, went to more than a nickel. Hasn't been a nickel in a very long time. So we could be seeing some all-time highs for DigiByte this year. I'd say that's actually probably a no-brainer. They're working with Microsoft now with the Atom ID and DigiID. Working with Microsoft. I don't have all the full details, but I just saw a quick blurb on Twitter about this. And that might be for the big price pot for DigiByte. Again, Cardano was around a nickel when I started buying it and recommended Cardano to my group, to my Patreon group, and called it Slowdano. I said, look, this thing's slow. I said, what they're doing with Cardano is they're just building it, the foundation, carefully and slowly, the way it should be built. And it may not move for a while, and it's really starting to wake up. And I'll tell you, I think Cardano could flip Ethereum, meaning that Cardano could eventually have a higher cap than Ethereum. Ethereum is just a sluggish. It's just a sluggish project. It can't scale. It's, you know, it costs $50, $100, $120 to send Ethereum now. It reminds me of Bitcoin. You know, Bitcoin is useless for payments. Now it's a store of value, but that's what they say it is. But why can't DigiByte be a store of value? Why can't Chainlink be a store of value? Why can't Stellar Lumens be a store of value? So I think there's a little bit of brainwashing going on about saying Bitcoin is a store of value. Why can't Cosmos be a store of value? So why can't Ethereum be a store of value? I know Ethereum's got high fees, but the store of value could be really any crypto project that's probably going to be around for ages, just like, you know, DigiByte's been around for 6-7 years. Litecoin's been around a while too. I think Litecoin is going to do well. I don't hold Litecoin, but I'm not going to poo-poo it. I just think Litecoin is going to do really well for you guys that hold Litecoin. But any crypto can be a store of value as long as it's a crypto that's not, you know, on shaky ground or it's going to disappear. You know, some of these projects, you know, they pop up and they disappear. I get messages, you know, because a YouTuber will do a message about a crypto, and I'll get all these messages. What do you think about this one? I think it's going to be really good, really good. And I'm like, yeah, I don't know. And then, sure enough, a lot of them will just kind of disappear. They'll pull an exit scam, or something happens and they just disappear. And then another one will pop up because a YouTuber talked about it. What about this one? And I'm like, well, I don't know. I think my top 15 is going to do better, at least my top 10. And my strategy is a wealth creation strategy. It's not hopping into a new project and hopping out of a new project. It's really just keep building that your own foundation, your own crypto foundation. Keep adding to that of a solid project. Just keep adding to that, and not have a portfolio of more than, I'll say, 10 to 15 cryptos. When you start getting more than that, it gets watered down. It really reduces your profitability. Now, if you're doing this for fun, if you like to get into new projects and get on their Telegram that's great. That's totally okay, and there's nothing wrong with that at all. But my strategy and for my members is to create generational wealth, really, really just crush it. So you can build a whole Hobbit village like this, wherever you want to live, Thailand or Indonesia or anywhere. speaking of Indonesia, watching, you guys probably watch Andrew with Nomad Capitalists. He did a video recently. He talked about if he had to choose only 3 countries that he could ever live in or ever travel to, and only 3, his 3 countries that he chose were Indonesia, which he lives in Indonesia, Kuala Lumpur or KL, and Mexico, and his 3rd pick was Serbia, and I think Georgia Republic was runner-up. But interesting, he's a big fan of Indonesia. I've traveled to Indonesia before. I've been to KL before, and I've actually been to oh shoot, there's another part of Indonesia. Anyways, I've been to Indonesia on a couple of occasions. It's not my cup of tea. Andrew really loves it. That's why he lives there. My cup of tea is here in Thailand, with the friendly people and the food and all that. And I know Indonesia has the same thing, but I've traveled there and it's just not for me. But think about where are you going to travel to when you really crush it with these cryptos, with your crypto wealth. Where are you going to live when the travel restrictions are raised or lifted? Where are you going to go? Are you going to come to Thailand? Are you going to go to Indonesia? Are you going to go to Serbia? Are you going to go to Mexico? Or are you going to go to Europe? You know, go to New Zealand. Maybe you'll see a bunch more of these Hobbit houses in New Zealand. I guarantee you that. You'll see the real ones, or the ones from the movie. Actually, the ones from the movie were just shells. You go inside, it's just there's nothing, because the inside was obviously a studio. This has a real inside. Let me just show you around. I'm really getting off topic, but you know, we're just having fun here. You know, that's probably why some of you like this channel, because it's not like a lot of the others or any others. I don't know. Here we go. Here's the barkeep. Sweaty cup? Great place he has here. All right. All right, so yeah, maybe this is your dream. I have many dreams. I have many plans. Let me show you this real quick too. Maybe there's still there. Yeah. Hey buddy. Hey. There's a dog on the roof. Hey. So how often do you see a Hobbit house with a dog on the roof? Probably not too often. All right. Oh, I almost forgot. I want to talk real quick too about this whole Silversqueeze that some are saying was a complete failure. Guys, if I'm just going to recommend right now to get you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ounces of physical silver in your hand. Okay. Let me tell you what's going on with silver. There is massive buy pressure for physical in-hand silver coins, rounds, or bars. And I'll prove it to you. If you go to appmex.com, if you go to JM Bullion, if you go to goldsilver.com, it's jmbullion.com by the way, goldsilver.com, and several other sites, even Bullion Star. I haven't perused Bullion Star heavily to see if how their inventory is, but the inventory of these other sites I'm talking about, they are basically depleted of silver. There's back orders. There's they just don't have it. There's a serious supply shortage of physical in-hand silver. So my advice is to get 1 or 2 or 5 ounces of silver in your hand, in the palm of your hand, and just forget about it. Or buy what you can afford and forget about it. Buy what you can comfortably afford and forget about it. One day, in my investment opinion, one day, silver is going to be worth a lot more than $30 or whatever the price is. One day, silver will see a valuation that's really going to knock your socks off. Now, maybe silver's not going to be like done what Theta has done or what Cardano has done. You know, we'll say some of the good cryptos. Maybe silver's not going to have that valuation, but my opinion is to have at least a little bit. At least get a couple of ounces. And what this does is this really, like I said before, it is the silver stake in the heart of the vampire. And the vampire is certain banks, which I won't name, who have been crushing the price of silver to hide their inflation. So silver has, I don't think, an asset on the entire planet. has been below its 1980s high, which silver is the only one. Silver has been hammered in price. And I say just get a little bit of silver and just forget about it. So I will put links below about where you can buy silver and or gold with crypto. Okay, so check in the description for that. All right, this is DD signing out. See you next time.